Hello Portland, hello America, this is Dave the Bald Guy, putting the Bald Guy in BaldGuyLimbo.com. So, you know we do a lot of prepping, so I'm going to show you exactly what it's like to rehydrate your vegetables that you've dehydrated and make it into a very easy chicken soup. So let's get started. So as you can see, this was the vegetables that I dehydrated and I put it in a seal meal on April 24th, 2019. We're going to cut this bad boy open and we're going to make ourselves some soup. So as you can see, I filled up a pot full of hot water, and then we also have the burner up on high. So we're just waiting for it to start to a boil. I'm going to take the vegetable soup. You're probably wondering why there's napkins and such in there. I have found that a lot of the items, specifically the potatoes that are in here, will actually puncture a hole in the plastic. So what I do is I just kind of put a napkin in there first to kind of keep that from happening, to keep it from actually breaking the seal. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this up. And we're going to break the seal. The seal's broken. And I'm kind of cheap. I try to save the bag because I can actually reuse it. And we're going to take this out like so. Ooh, I can already smell it. So what I used to do is I used to take extra vegetables and such that I had laying around the house, and before they would spoil, I would turn it into this. And as you can see right here, this is the bag that it was in before, and the potatoes actually broke the seal. So this is why I put that napkin around there and I put it in a different bag. So if you look in here, you can see everything from, there's rice, we've got carrots, I can see the potatoes, I think there's some celery and such in here. So this is an awesome vegetable soup. And we're going to add some canned chicken to it to make it a chicken and rice soup. So let's go ahead and open this up. Get my thumb out of the scissors. Let's just pour this right in. It could go in just like this. And we're just going to pour it right in just like so. So our kitchen right now is currently set up and designed to make Christmas cookies and fudge and all sorts of candy. So if you happen to see a disaster, or what you may think is a disaster, it's designed right now for that. So we're going to stir this around, get a nice go on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off and let this sort of reinflate a bit. It doesn't take too long, maybe 15 minutes once the water gets really hot. We open up a can, fresh chicken, well, not so fresh, canned chicken, and we just pour it in the pot. No, I don't drain it before because that gelatinous that you saw has a lot of flavor in it. There's also a lot more water in here than I originally anticipated. So I'm going to cut it with a little bit of instant rice. The rice will absorb a lot of that water and we'll have soup. And the soup actually turned out rather well. Considering it had been literally sitting in my pantry for 8 months. My wife, not knowing that it was actually dehydrated, turned to me and said, it doesn't taste very fresh, which is true. It does not taste like you literally went and got a bunch of fresh ingredients and threw it in a pot. But considering I literally pre-packaged that in April of 2019 and used it, rehydrated it, in December 2019, the soup was actually really, really, really good. Now, we ended up with more water than we really wanted, so what ended up happening is I just put a little extra rice in there, and it actually absorbed a lot of that water and added a little bit of flavor to it as well. Also, I ended up using a third can of canned chicken just to add a little bit more meat to the soup. I like a lot of meat in my chicken soup. So it actually turned out quite well. Now, you could actually not use rice. You could actually use noodles if you want. That's totally up to you. Everything that was actually in that soup was something that I had in the refrigerator that was starting to go bad. It was starting to age inappropriately. So I just threw it in the dehydrator. That way I didn't have to throw it away. There was onion, there was carrots, we had some cilantro for all you people who love the cilantro. Doug Herman. And there was also some green onion as well. The potatoes was a very interesting addition. What you have to remember about the potatoes is you have to actually cook them before you dehydrate them, or else they turn a real black color and the consistency is just not the same. So what I usually do is I cut them very thinly and then I boil them, drain, and then I dehydrate them. Once you add water to it, they're almost like that you would just actually boil them. So it actually turned out quite well. So there we go. Here's an excellent way for you to actually have some soup stored up in your pantry, in your prepping materials, and actually be able to feed yourself and your family. It lasted a couple days. Not everybody in my family likes chicken soup. That's the downfall to it. My daughter's actually a vegetarian. But if you didn't put the chicken in, you've got a nice vegetable soup. So there again, it actually worked out really well. So thank you for joining us this week. Until then, we'll see you later. And of course, baldguylimo.com.